I feel like we need a pocket guide of like personality disorders to take on dates. Like you need a
Yes.
pocket guide.
It's been the wrong one, and I need someone so high. Pull up and drink some. Oh, with no pressure and go.
Really know what it is, because I think a lot of men are disqualifying women that they want.
And I think women need to be okay with that. Like, I think women need to be okay with that, because a lot of if a man's gonna disqualify you, ladies, it's not your job to try to convince them. They're not ready for a real family. Listen, you're more better trying to move on. Now in these spaces, just on YouTube, we can, but if a man just discounts you, it's fine. Move on. Women gotta learn to move on. Because
I think in real life, but in these spaces, I'm just talking about articulating what you want, and like everybody talk about, men don't know how to vet, women don't know how to vet. I guess I'm speaking more to like the vetting, because a lot of people are cutting off people who have what they want, because I don't really even know what they're I think people have a bullet list. Like men are kind of doing what women have done for so long, have that like bullet point list, and like can't see outside of it. Like, oh, check, she does this, check, that means this. Like, I think men are actually doing that too, in a different way. Like, oh, she can cook. Right, oh, she can cook. Okay. She clean. Okay. Like, yeah, those things are good, but like they don't really speak to personality as much, I feel like. There's just like, oh, you're an adult and you maintain your house. I mean, that's not really a personality trait. I mean, but the way it's listed off, you would think it's a personality trait, but it's really not, right?
But it's important still, though, because so many people lack basic skills. Like, I think that's the problem. As a society, we've devolved so much in certain like core competencies that we're looking for the basics, and we're forgetting the bigger things like character, personality, compatibility. Like, like, can you cook? Can you clean? Because I can't cook and clean, so I got to find a woman that can't cook and clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're desperate to find the other thing that the other person can do, because we're deficient. So our deficiencies are making us first bad partners, and we're bad vetters, searchers, whatever. So yeah, we're drawing what we are, and we're deficient.
People need to check your medicine cabinets. People, mental health, whatever they're diagnosed with, it's really important for you to know that on the first date. On the first fucking date.
People ain't diagnosed. Shit.
Exactly.
I feel like we need a pocket guide of like personality disorders to take on dates. Like you need a pocket guide. Like when I was in psych nursing, I had this pocket guide of like all like mental health disorders, and it just be like a bulleted list of like, these are the core traits with this personality disorder. You have to like whip it out. I feel like people need to start carrying that on dates, because a lot of people aren't diagnosed either, though.
Absolutely. I was just saying that last night or something. Yeah, there are a lot of people who have undiagnosed trauma or undiagnosed whatever issues, and even if they're diagnosed, they're not seeking or getting treatment. So you have like multiple layers of issues within our community, and man, it's going to take a lot to reverse the trend. I think what Bree said about language is important, because that's what Kevin Samuels brought to the men. He brought new language to the men that they could use, but instead of using them as tools, they decided to use them as weapons, which is why I have a problem with Red Pill, because instead of using the language as a tool to help understand, they use it as a weapon to try to beat the woman into submission. So that's the problem I have with the Red Pill space. Exactly that. The language got used as a weapon instead of a tool, and I think we need to develop specific language to give people tools, like, because we need guidance on what to look for. And it's got to be made in a way where it's catchy, because unfortunately we're as dumb as I think we've ever been. We're as dumb as we've ever been, because if it's not catchy, if it can't be on TikTok, that's what it needs to be. We need dating instruction in TikTok videos. That's how we'll fix it.
Let me ask you, when you hear manosphere is included too? Because I've got on Obsidian, I got on a lot of people. I had a conversation with them privately. I'm like, y'all niggas is making these ridiculous lists of, y'all fucking, what I say is, are y'all gay, right? Are y'all gay? Do y'all like women? Do you want to get married? Because y'all preach a lot about marriage, but y'all have this fucking ridiculous list of what a woman needs to be or what she needs to accomplish in order to be in your presence. You're never gonna be with a proper woman, because you purposely make a ridiculous list that no one can really achieve, except for some fucking goddess. And now, why would a goddess want your dumb ass? Like, come on. So a lot of men make these ridiculous lists that no one can achieve. So it's like, because no one's really worthy of having a child. The fuck you talking about? So stop talking about marriage.